Welcome to Harrison Hats.
Hey guys, welcome back to Harrison Hacks. Today I'm releasing the NES pack for my vintage collection build. If you guys are familiar with my channel, you'll know that the NES controller is my favorite controller of all time. And the NES is just a system I grew up with, and it's my favorite system of all time. There's just so many games that I love to play to this day, and using the actual NES controller is just by far, there's nothing better. Another controller I really enjoy is that I remember is the Sega Master System controllers, similar to the NES, but a little bit of a different D-pad. Um, I own NES controllers, you know, whether it be NES Classic, third-party, originals from the 80s. I've got a whole bunch. But Sega Master System, I cannot find one in my area locally for a good price, and actually not even see them much anymore. Um, I mean, very, very rare. Around here, anyway. But, anyways, I'll get back to the point here. This is the NES pack for Vintage Collection. So I just want to show you guys what you're going to get here. So, first thing we're going to want to do is go to the link in the description. And that's going to take you to download a Vintage Collection NES pack link.txt. So it's just a little text file you're going to get. Open it up and copy everything inside and just paste it into your internet browser, and that'll take you to the download for the NES pack. So once you have it downloaded, you're going to have Vintage Collection NES pack.z01, 02, 3, all the way through 8, and then a Vintage Collection NES pack.zip. So if you want this to extract properly, just focus on the .zip. Just right click on it, extract here, or if you're using 7-zip, extract here. Once you have that extracted, you're just going to have a Vintage Collection folder. You can go inside, there's a games folder, NES, and all of your artwork and stuff is all in there as well. But we're going to focus right here and go back to our Vintage Collection folder. Next thing you're going to want to do is open the root of your H drive where we have Vintage Collection installed. And I want to point out, if you don't have Vintage Collection, you're not sure what it is, in the top right hand corner of your screen right now, I'll leave a little card there. You can click that, and that'll take you to the release and the how to set up everything for the initial operating of the system. It's really easy to use, and these packs are going to be easy to use as well, easy to install. Okay, so now that we're ready to rock and roll, what we're going to do is just cut our Vintage Collection folder. Make sure you're in the root of H. Make sure you're not inside of your Vintage Collection. You want to be right in the root of H so you can see it. So we'll cut that folder and paste it. There we go. So you can choose what you want to do. If you want to keep the zips, that's fine. If you want to delete them, that's fine too. But you'll see inside of Vintage Collection games, NES is in there. Don't mind the Genesis, not released yet. I added on to it. But we'll go ahead and launch up. I've shot this video about 3 times. This laptop's driving me crazy. When I'm recording and I go to boot an NES game, let me just mute. When I'm recording and I go to boot an NES game, it takes quite a while to boot, and then it takes forever to exit back out. Now, I've tested it when I'm not recording, no problems at all. So let's go for the big guy here. Alright, so it loads up. It's running through RetroArch, so our controls have already been set if you already have obviously have Vintage Collection installed. Otherwise, why would you be getting this pack? But it's all good to go. And when I exit out, let's see if it gives me a hard time this time. Nope. Wow. Perfect. So all in all, there is 783 games. Everything has box art, cart art, wheel art, as well as snap. So you'll get your video snap. But really clean looking build. And there is a lot of games, but I'll tell you, some of them are English translated titles, things like that. So I'm trying to think of one here. Here, let me search for LABR. Nothing. Alright. Let's go for... There we go. I don't know why I was searching Labyrinth, but... maybe I'm thinking of a different system. So the Final Fantasy II, that was a Japanese release. This is English translated. Same with Final Fantasy III as well. And the Final Fantasy VII, which is a pretty cool port from the PS1 over to the NES. So I'll exit out of the search here, and we're right back to our games list. You can search with a controller as well if you use the up arrow and the over arrow. It's time consuming, it's a bit of a pain in the butt, but you can do it everything through a controller if you want. But I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. There's Earthbound. That's pretty much it. I mean, this is the NES pack for Vintage Collection. Gonna keep trying to release these packs as much as I possibly can, and I'm working on more in the background, behind the scenes. So I will keep you guys updated on what I'm working on. The other thing is I've got a couple more review updates I want to do, mostly the Retro Fighters NES to NES Classic Edition adapter. It's not going to be a great review. It's not going to be too good. I'll give you that. And then also I've got the Hyper King Cadet NES controllers, as well as the Retro Bit NES Dogbone controller. And I also got the Retro Bit Atari controllers in the mail, so I'm going to be reviewing those, as well as I've got some N64 to USB adapters from Mayflash, so I'm going to be reviewing those as well. And I've got some gameplay videos I want to do. I got a whole bunch of stuff lined up, and I'm just going to keep plugging away on Vintage Collection. This is my main build right now. I've got a couple small ones on the side, but I'm really focused on this, and I just want to give you guys as much content as I can, because I really appreciate all of the likes, all of the subscribers, just the time watched. I mean, anyone who's interested in what I'm doing, that's really awesome to me. You know, a big shout out to all my patrons. Thank you for supporting me. And just thanks to everyone in general who supports my channel in any way, shape, or form. So I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoy this NES pack. I'm actually going to start playing some games right now. I might even do a gameplay video while I'm playing. So again, guys, you know it. Have a good day.